Annabelle, welcome back to my channel. I am excited to share with you this room makeover video. As you know, I'm going to be helping my mom redecorate a lot of our house while I'm still here living at home. And we actually wanted to start this a couple of years ago, and we're just getting to it now. Nearly 2 weeks ago, we decorated my dad's bedroom, and he currently lives in the only ground floor bedroom that used to be my mom's office. As many of you know, my dad was diagnosed with cancer during the last semester of high school for me. And when I was away at art school, he was going through chemotherapy and had surgeries, and for a couple of years, he was okay and just living at home. Spent most of his time in the master bedroom upstairs. And last year, around late spring or summer, his cancer came back. And that following autumn, when I was back at school, I remember my mom called and said that they moved his bedroom downstairs because chemotherapy really weakened his physical state and it became really dangerous to try to climb the stairs. My mom and grandma managed to pull it off in a whole day, and they moved down a bed that used to be my grandfather's. It had like a reclining back. Also some big pieces of furniture, TV, dresser, table. But since then, it's been several months. That room has just kind of been like this in-between where it's not quite a bedroom, it's no longer an office, and I could tell that it's not very comforting to stay in there. So that brings me to this year, and in March when school closed, which really sucked, I flew back here. During the first month, things were okay, and like my dad would come out to the living room every day, and then slowly after a few weeks he couldn't come out of bed at all. We found out that his cancer came back, and there was another complication around the area of an old surgery scar, so that called for immediate surgery as soon as possible. So then we were waiting to hear back, and then they told us that the date would be the 12th of June. So then now we had this deadline to work around, because for months now I kept promising him, I'm gonna decorate your room, because like in 2018 I bought dark green paint for him, and my intention was to paint the master bedroom. My mom was okay with me just transforming their bedroom, and moving downstairs was unforeseen. So then now I told him, don't worry, I will get rid of the really yellow bright paint for you. It was really coming up fast, and I knew that I only wanted to spend 1 to 2 days on it too, because he had to leave the room and he was going to sleep on the couch, which he can't do after the surgery since he has to recover and rest in bed. So in just 2 days, Tyler and I managed to pull it off, because we went kind of beyond my own expectations. The project went from being, let's just repaint the walls, to also decorate it, and then to adding a bunch of extra touches, because I love being extra. So we knew that it was going to be a Scottish theme, like Celtic with a touch of Viking. So when I went to Scotland 2 years ago, that actually meant a lot to me, because my dad has Scottish roots. He's from Clan Hamilton, and I even talked about it a couple of times during that vlog, and then I ended up just editing it out because I thought it was too much dialogue. Growing up, whenever there was a special occasion, for holiday dinners, my birthday party, for like a middle school graduation, my dad would always dress up in his kilt, and for Halloween he'd be like this Viking. We would go to Scottish games, and we just heard bits and pieces about these traditions. He was telling me how he wants a Viking funeral. That's a little bit of a background, which also explains as one painting he also has like a matching tattoo and an axe. And I love decorating, and also I love like setting up a themed space. Even if it's not my taste, I don't care at all. I just really enjoy curating a space. So let's begin. This is the space right now. It's filled with a lot of his souvenirs, but nothing is hung up on the walls. The white cabinet is the only furniture they couldn't lift out of this room, so they had to switch, and my mom is currently using his very dark brown chest upstairs, so they both feel a little bit misplaced. And this is our dear cat Chi, who passed away unexpectedly last August, and she was closest to my dad and so dear to him. So I aim to make this space more ergonomic and very cozy. The base of this room is quite small and almost squarish with 4 windows. Add in furniture and it's even tighter, and the bright yellow is great for my mom's upbeat scrapbook studio, but not quite my dad's taste. The primary task is of course to transform the walls. We already have this forest paint, and I was thinking about moving some of the furniture around, but decided that the cabinet will stay where it is, but I'm gonna add some curtains, and his ample photos and other decorations will surely find its way arranged on the wall when we get there. First step is to dig out the paint we need, and it is stacked at the very corner of our garage, along with all of the colors that we bought when we first moved into this house. And of course it was like at the very bottom. These are from Sherwin-Williams, and as you see, I got a peach that I intend to use for my bathroom. Tyler shook around the paint can a lot, and we made sure to stir it because it is quite old, but perfectly fine because we stored it at a good temperature. My style is kind of just shift things around and be careful because I've painted enough rooms to know my way around, and I don't think we're going to get anything dirty. Last time it was just fine, and even my clothes, I picked things I don't mind getting dirty, but I also want to look kind of nice. I didn't even stain my clothes last time. I guess I'm agile. I'll go around it. Tyler will help and take things off. I've mentioned this in the last studio makeover. I really like these better than rollers and better than those brushes because those just swallow up so much paint and make it a pain to clean as well. I think this saves me time and a lot of frustration when it comes to cleaning. And yeah. To be dry. We started with 2 adjacent walls, then shifted all of the furniture and painted the other side. Even though I'm using these flat painters and the ones that are edging, it doesn't always work well, so we just taped everything down to really save time, and we did 2 coats. Pumpkin. For the end of our first day, we're gonna hang up some frames because there are a lot of photos here and it's a perfect opportunity, so I don't even have to work hard to find frames for these photos. Look at this. When my mom had those 90s thin brows. And tomorrow we are going to buy some more hardware to hang some of these weapon Viking themed things. We are not prepared for that though, so that's why tomorrow we're gonna spend most of the time figuring out how to hang these things. I'm gonna Google like how to hang a sword. They've just been in this bucket for the longest time. And finishing up the room because the day afterwards is the surgery day. I'm having him hang most everything because it's their eye level, no longer judging the world from my point of view. And we're hanging up this pair of photographs. That was my dad and his best friend when they were younger.
How
I think
sweet.
This was when he was 23, I want to say.
That's pretty straight, right? Maybe it's a little this one. Oh, we're in luck. So I can go anywhere about probably hang it like this, right? Or should we hang it in the same orientation?
No, I think that's kind of humorous.
It's like this. Get in that sunlight.
Shower.
Yeah.
And end it here today.
Yeah. They'll be like looking up a bunch of
So
little
we're going to
pills.
take measurements tomorrow.
Yep.
Remember that?
Alright, so that's 1.5 inches diameter, 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches. We'll just go 1 inch.
We made a quick morning run to Home Depot, got all of the hardware we needed, and I made a very exciting discovery along the way. We also stopped at the fabric store afterwards. What is 3/8?
This is 2/8, this is 3/8.
This is 3/8?
Yes.
Okay, well now we need to back up 4 for the little seam. Quick disclaimer here as I'm cutting the paper side of the veneer to not do this at home right on your wood floor, use a cutting board. But since I am very familiar with how to apply pressure with the box knife, I was able to lightly score the top layers and then make the incision along the actual veneer, holding it in midair. Well, that fell off anyway. Don't breathe. In the curtain hardware section, I came across window veneers, and that was so cool. I've heard of these before, and I've seen only those frosted glass ones or ones that make rainbows in your room, but I've never seen one that emulates stained glass. So not only would this be awesome because it fits in really thematically with the room, but it also finally lets him open the windows. Since this opens up to the front of the house, he always felt there was no privacy. 2 millimeters away from 9. We spent a little over $300 on this project, and the window veneers costed half of that budget. What's really cool is that once you cut them to size, this doesn't require any adhesive, but kind of just uses friction to apply, so it can be very easily removed and used again. I think there are 2 of these. We pretty much eyeballed all of the wall decorations on the spot. I made magnets out of little souvenirs I saw around the room that didn't quite stand out on the shelves. This one specifically is like a Velcro patch of Valhalla, which I believe is the Viking afterlife or underworld. So I purchased magnetic tape that you can basically stick on the back of anything, given that the weight will hold, you just have to cut enough. Oh, it's heavy. Then upstairs, I'm quickly throwing together a pillowcase because it needs to be washed, so I had to go in with the bed linens. I got some fleece in the theme of like cabin forest with some cute bears. I just thought was really cozy. I used an existing pillow as my example, so I was copying everything 1-to-1, and I created this strip to border along like the open hem of it. I bought 2 different prints because I wanted to make a pair of pillowcases, but it turns out that unfortunately, because I didn't come prepared with measurements at the fabric store, I eyeballed it, and I bought 3 inches too short of each one. So I had to cut into my second fabric to make the hem, like the border of my first pillowcase. But I was trying to conserve the selvage a lot, so as you can see I left in like the commercial text, and upon realizing that, I went back and seamed it a little bit shorter, so it actually didn't make it into the final thing. Tyler's downstairs taking care of the windowsills and painting them bright red, and my last task is to make the curtains. For this too, I didn't follow a pattern, I just felt there wasn't time, so I just eyeballed the whole thing and made it up as I went. The most important things to keep in mind is to make the cutouts symmetrical because I want to make valence curtains that come to a point, and to make the lengths correct and all matching with the seam allowances considered. Not my best work, but I actually pulled it off in just an hour and a half, which is great. And we went down to assemble it. I think I might come in here and just hand sew them tomorrow. The next morning, I did in fact go in and hand sew all of the tassels on. We just barely made the deadline. It's past midnight now, so my dad decided to spend another night on the couch and says that tomorrow after the surgery, he'll come in and see the room. So kind of got this done in a 2-day period. 2-person job. Couldn't have done it without you, babe.
And I couldn't have done anything.
I'm so tired.
Yeah, I've been carrying things back and forth for like 3 hours now.
My shoulders are so sore from bending over. I'm gonna have really toned.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I look like a mess.
Me too.
Wow.
My feet feel like worse than Disney.
He means when we went to Disney World.
My feet were so tired. But I can't wait to see their reaction. Your sign on the door is really funny. Did you get that? We have to show them.
I'm so hungry, but I'm just gonna sleep because I'm more tired.
Yeah, I drank a bunch of water right before now, so I'll have to pee, but at least I'm not hungry.
I kind of want to come with you to pick him up from the surgery, but I just doubt my abilities to crawl.
Well, I think it's probably better for you to just like put finishing touches in there. I'll make sure you get up.
来了，哎呦，穿那个，哇，这样的，哎呦，好看啊！他把这个弄上去了，That's good。然后过一阵子，我们把它这个东西腾出来，所以它的被子什么和衣服多的就可以放在这里。
Yeah, I was thinking maybe we can put some of this stuff in the garage and
把这
organize
个
this.
他那个不要靠后面那个白的了，是吧？你看，刚才他不在的时候，今天跟他把地拖一下，要不然他进来了，我等一下赶快来跟他。啊！哎呀哎呀！
You leaned on the...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Got a drive-through. Should be on the first or second shelf where the coffee is, he says.
Okay. How much honey though?
Just 1 tea bag and some honey.
Stacy.
It looked good, but it's really... Hi there.
Oh.
Hi, baby girl.
哦，天浩去接了他的是吧？哦，我数。
Alright, so straight to the room.
Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, you get to go in before I do? You bum. Wow. Oh, I am impressed. Oh, goody. Oh, bless you.
Let's turn off the lights for now.
Nice treatments. Nice. I appreciate that. Hanging weapons on the wall. Outstanding. Whee. Oh. 6 or 7 years old then.
I thought that was pretty cool when I found it in your goodie box.
What do you like that?
Open those.
Open those? Oh! Oh, baby, thank you. Beautiful. Did you make it or buy it?
Buy it, installed it.
So it'll give you light, but you'll still have the privacy.
Cool.
漂亮吗？崔西。
Is it good? Just say yes.
Yes. That's why I didn't open it before, because it was too bright a sun. But that helps cut it down quite a bit. Baby girl, I don't deserve this.
You definitely do.
And your able assistant.
Wow.
And they had enough fabric to make like 4 or 5 of the camouflage ones. And my mom bogarted one for me. Man cave.
Now, so you don't need to go outside anymore. Got it?
What do you mean anymore?
It's a really cool.
Just stay here.
I was telling Annabelle last night, can we just sleep in here? Because it's really cool.
This is what I envisioned.
No, you got it.
Yeah.
you got it,
Couple of
baby.
years down the line, but yes, I did.
Yeah, but takes time.
And it was
No.
my daughter that got it, not
and,
you.
And who brought you the daughter?
Oh.
What can I say?
So believe it or not, there were more extra touches I wanted to add to the room, but due to the time crunch, it didn't make it. So the following weekend, when it was Father's Day, I had this thing come in the mail. I thought it would be perfect as a present, and it is a painting from Crown & Paw. If you haven't heard of them, they actually reached out to me. That's when I first discovered that there is a service that will convert your pet portraiture into these majestic paintings. So I saw this as a wonderful opportunity to make a portrait of Chi, so she's always with him. I remember asking my mom to find some photos of her, and it was really difficult to find a great one because she didn't enjoy being photographed. And I ended up sending this one to Crown & Paw when I was placing the order, and I was just like, can you use this? Hopefully, this is all I got, here you go. And it came back so awesome, so I can't wait for you to see.
I can see the subtitles on Bambi now.
I hope you didn't make a whole bunch for me.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you, baby.
Probably.
I don't think.
We'll
he
show
will
the
pay
other one.
attention.
What's everybody doing?
Give you something.
Yeah, today's Father's Day.
Have a seat.
Let's lay down and look up.
Yeah, that works.
this.
That's easy for you to say. Oh my!
So that's from me.
Thank you.
That's a Celtic cross that my grandfather gave to me. He's got Scottish heritage.
他白天不可以 breathe. One more thing.
What? More?
This is a big surprise. You will be surprised.
She's so cute.
I brought the supplies to put her right in the spot of honor.
We left her a spot up there.
I was thinking fine with the size of those. So, this is usually one of the hardest days of the year for me.
As you know, we all love cats. Look at this guy. He is in my lap this whole time as I'm talking to you. If you are ever interested in purchasing a work of art of your beloved pets, be sure to use this coupon code CATCREATURE10. I don't earn anything off of it, but it was really nice that they provided 10% off for anybody who's interested in using it. And that's a wrap to this video. So I hope that you enjoyed seeing the process. It was certainly a joy to execute and to also document. So thank you so much for watching. We are sending you all our love. I hope that you and your loved ones are taken care. Bye. See you soon. Bye, Bambi. Say goodbye, Bambi. You're so clingy.